I had no idea you'd be here when I woke up. It's strange to me that you would. No, I take it back. It's my insecurity speaking, and these troubled times. Ever since the fall of UA, it just wasn't the same for me, or for Dark Shadow. You can take my words with a grain of salt, but these difficult times are not ones that are easy to navigate. My wounds are my own. I saved you of my own volition. Ever since the fall of UA, things have not been the same. The faster we are able to find a safe place in this world, the better it will be for all of us. That's all we can do. Thank you. I, as well as Dark Shadow, very much appreciate you staying with us. I'm not used to getting this kind of attention. What? You admire me? Why, I know I saved you, but that warehouse, that place, it was very dangerous. Your quirk is ill-suited to combat, at least against guns and bullets. I remember life before. I remember it like it was yesterday. Things are not so easy now, especially when you consider the consequences. The power balance of this very world has changed. I'm not here to change it back, at least not alone. Many of us manage the struggle just to survive. I think the only one who can stop him is Tomura.
No, don't call me out on it like that. Hey there, looks like someone flew in from the past. Just kidding. I know there's no such convenient things as time travel anymore, ever since they did away with that pesky, whatever they were. You know, that time-traveling quirk nobody's seen for a long time. And besides, if they did, we'd all be doomed and... Oh, I'm getting off topic. Nice to meet you. I'm Tomura Shigaraki, formerly Tenko Shimura. You've probably heard of my grandmother, and you've probably met me, no doubt. On the opposite end of things, you know, let bygones be bygones and... Oh, come on. Don't make me dust you. Besides, I'm not that kind of guy anymore. If you've been through what I've been through, you'd know what it's like. What it's like to lose everyone you love. And I don't want to see anyone go through that. Believe it or not, I'm kind of an upstanding guy and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of all the things I've become because I'm not just some kind of horrible comedy and tragedy. Okay, I'm getting way too into my personal life. Anyways, nice to meet you. I've got a plan to save the world. That's right. Not the small-scale shit. We're gonna do something bigger than big. It's not gonna be something you could just watch from the sideline. You'd want to be a part of it. Change the world and change how it went. I don't just want to accept the fact that I got stabbed in the back by the one person that I related to. I think I finally understand Katsuki Bakugo when he would say that damn Deku. But in the interest of letting bygones be bygones, there's many things we have to get into. My former ex, that's actually the biggest problem about this, because you could technically say they're to blame for all of this, and this might just be considered a revenge plot from the start, but it's not. I'm not trying to kill them. I'm just trying to make them, not destroy my world. I used to be the one obsessed with destroying things. Can't let them cramp my style. Anyways, I'll let you two catch up. Let me know if you two love birds. Need any help with anything? Or refreshments or something like that. Anyways, knock yourselves out and don't get too crazy.
I profusely apologize for that.
And I as well. Tomura is not the man he once was, the one you remember. He is now your greatest ally, at least in this current state of the world. I will also assist you. As you may or may not know, I am Kurogiri.
I'll give it a rest, buddy. You're not what you used to be.
I wouldn't appreciate hearing that from you.
Well, you're gonna get it anyways. Nice to meet you. I'm not sure if we met in the past or not. Lost a lot of my memories, at least in the short term. So you'll have to forgive me. Got a bit of a head injury on me. Welcome to what you might call the Resistance. A crazy bunch of us put together. Not everyone wants to be here, but we need to be here.
That is correct. If we are to die, we go down fighting. But I believe in a future that we can regain what we've lost.
That's what I like about you, friend. You never give up, do you?
If I did, we wouldn't have made it this far.
Can't argue with you there. It's good to have you back.
Oh, don't tell me. Fresh blood.
Hands off, Toga. Not now. Let them have their reunion. They knew each other before you know what.
I might let you have your time, but don't blame me if I get a little excited seeing a new face.
Okay, but come on. You seriously gonna creep him out that way? Don't mind her. Don't mind her. Moving on. Moving on.
You say that, but you're one to talk. Nice to meet you, newbie. You might just want to watch your back.
Carol, that might be enough introductions for one day. Ribbit.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we're fine. Now you'll meet all these people later. Just make yourselves at home. Sorry for the awkward introductions. Now you, and you, and you too. Get out of here. Shoo. Oh, crap. I'm late to the party. I'll close the door. Peace.
That was embarrassing. I didn't expect you to see all that. They're a disorganized mess of a group. I can't help it, but I do care about them. They come from different sides, different walks, but we have one goal. To stop what happened with All for One. You don't remember. Maybe that's why you couldn't have been. They stored you from before. I didn't think it would be like this. Excuse me, what's your last memory? No. No way. Then you don't understand anything. I'm so sorry. Life isn't so easy anymore. It's exactly what you're thinking. We were betrayed by our own. It was truly a despicable act. I can't believe it even to this day, but I have to. The signs of it are all around us. Yes. Midoriya. You graduated UA too, didn't you? I'm sorry. UA as well as the Heroes Association. All of them. They're gone. They're gone, and I feel responsible. There was a time early on where I had an option to trust him, believe in him, or the evidence stacked against him. For a long time, it was that he was tormented by something, but no one could have seen it coming. What happened next was... I really shouldn't get into it. Mostly for your sake. Because if I were to, it would only invite disaster to you and those around you. The less you know about this, the better. Even if you're helping us. Focus on the mission at hand, not on the past. I'm sorry. Sorry that I've brought you into something like this. It's beyond my control. There isn't much we can do. Outside is a mad world. And it's not something that you're suited to either. Those with dangerous quirks rule over. It's survival of the fittest. It's shameful to say that our society crumbled like this. It breaks my heart to see my former brethren, every single one of them, either twisted or, thankfully some, they've seen the righteous path, and that we may yet be able to salvage this world with Project Eden. It may sound convoluted, maybe a bit pretentious, but we plan to end them. A plan to get rid of... I shouldn't tell you, but I will because I feel as though I can trust you. Please, don't betray my trust. Never do. There's good reason for my apprehension. It's because there's a lot of people who have. There's a lot of people who still, to this day, they never deserved my trust. As much as I may seem like a cold-hearted individual, I have trouble when it comes to cutting off individuals who mattered to me. Friends, loved ones. That's been my biggest weakness. I guess it's because I've always been with Dark Shadow. I've always understood what it means to have companionship. I got addicted to that feeling, and I'll never be alone. It's also not true that I'll ever be able to truly understand what it means. At least until I get past my own trust issues. Now I finally understand. This is why people looked at me as being the edgy one of the group. But in truth, I never wanted to be. I didn't want to stand out that way. Why am I telling you this? You wouldn't understand, except for that you were in UA too. You came before or after? I see. I just find it funny. How did you end up like you did? In that capsule, as you put it. Of course you don't have memories of it. No one who comes out of those ever does. This cataclysm that we face, unfortunately, is one of our own making. The strongest hero became the most twisted villain. I think perhaps the worst of it is that I believed in him to the very end. Or perhaps it's his twisted view, seeing what he does is justified. No matter what the world has, no matter what he steals from it, there was nothing I could do on my own, nothing. And to that end, I can only strive for today. I can only let myself despair once all this is over. Happiness. Of course I want to be happy. Doesn't everyone? If you do as well, then maybe we can be, even in the rubble of a world that's broken down, a lawless land where everything is left to anarchy. At least we can find a way to make safe zones. We can expand our way out, be the frontier that guides this world to a better peace, instead of that all-powerful hand that the Heroes Association was, that when it got used for the powers of wrong, when it got behind a villain, everything fell apart. I wish I could be the one who could tell you it's going to be okay, but it's definitely something I can't decide for myself. We have to work hard. We have to find our place in the world. Here, I'll show you around this place. I guess I'm not yet fully recovered. But at least I'll wear these scars that I've got from this day as another badge of honor that I live to oppose this horrible world. Thank you. Had it not been for you, I don't think I would have made it through as easily. Even if I suffered this injury because we were in a bad place, I would have been there anyways. It matters not if it was you or nothing. Those enemies would have been there nonetheless, and Dark Shadow and I would have been severely wounded without anyone to keep us company, help us escape. It may not seem like what you did helped a lot, but it did. Having something else to focus on when I was in that intense situation, that pain. I felt like as long as I could save you, then I'd have a reason to get back, doing something like a hero should. And I always dreamed of being a hero, but I couldn't do it. I didn't have a chance. Once we were pro-heroes, then everything fell apart. Would you mind telling me exactly what it is you want? No, I shouldn't ask something so personal, especially not with how things went. I want you to be happy. We may still be strangers, but you're the one who's shown the most care. You're the one who I feel like I could really share something with. Pardon, I just feel a little faint. I had to try. But even still, even with this feeling, it's still healing and recovery, just like this world. It's just what it needs once we solve the problem at its source. I don't want to live with regrets, and what we've done, I can't exactly disagree with. Especially not because I might have fallen and with you. Wait, I was out for that long. I'm sorry about that. I've wasted your time, but I kiss on the beak, huh? I guess you could call it a peck. Making bird puns. It was always my coping mechanism for bullying and such. I didn't know how to handle myself exactly. But when I did, I'd already isolated myself. They broke me out of it. Midori and my friends. It hurts looking back, because now I can only see it in this skewed gray area. Friends becoming enemies, enemies becoming friends. The world's all jumbled up, and I'm not sure what to think sometimes. It's all right. I promise that I'm not pushing myself too far. Your worry is wasted on me. I'm like a soldier now. I do enjoy your kisses. They're quite incredible. Quite comforting. I really can't thank you enough for all this. And yet I know it's not thankfulness that you do it for. I can tell by your eyes. I'm a pretty good judge of character. I've never really not been able to tell what someone's thinking, except for him. Midoriya. He was different. He never once struck me as someone capable of being a monster. But in the end, it was his kindness that made him into that. His kindness, his desperation, that changed him. There I go again. Reminiscing has sort of been a coping mechanism for me. As for things like this, I'll leave it behind me for now. You said you wanted to ask me something. I'm more than happy to listen. Trust me, I'm alright. You can touch where the wounds are, if you want. I made a full recovery. Thankfully, I don't like to make habits of getting injured. What I'm doing now is far too important to what we've all sacrificed for. What we all need to do, and the change this world has to have. You want to hold me? Are you certain of that? I just warned you. But even still, Fine, I certainly can't argue. As long as it's you, then I'm fine with it. You are kind of needy in that way, aren't you? I wish I could kiss you like normal humans. I envy like that. I can find a way, if you want me to. I'm not sure how, but I will. Here and now. You're certainly one who knows to take and gain what you want. I envy that. If only because I sometimes lose my heart. Midway, I think. Why would you want to waste your life with someone like me? Having your lips up against me, I feel quite spoiled. If I'm being honest with you, I'm no expert on how to be spoiled or even treat myself. By the time I had a chance to, my world had already crashed down. If you ever face something truly terrifying, learn the lesson I didn't. And don't be afraid to run. There's no shame in living another day. But what I won't run from anymore are these feelings. You may be my first and last chance at happiness, and I won't stop just because I want to know what it feels like. I want to know what it's like not to run. And I've been in constant fear these few years. Ever since society changed, but I won't be anymore. Living without regret, it's hard to do when you share a body with someone. But now, I see it. I want to make you mine. I want to selfishly claim you. I want to make you think of nothing but me. I want to be greedy with all this, because I don't often get a chance to, and I know I won't get someone like you. That makes me sound petty, doesn't it? It makes me sound like you're some kind of trophy, but you're not. I don't want you because you're gorgeous, even if you are. If it was skin deep, then I'm sure I probably wouldn't be your type. But something clicked. I felt wanted. I felt needed. When I'm with you, it's different. It feels like I'm actually a person instead of the outcast. You make me feel welcome, loved, appreciated. Everything that I've never really felt. I've always been the odd man out. But I want to be with you. Even if it means struggles. Even in this wretched world. I want to be the good egg among the bad ones. If there was just one thing it would always boil down to the same. I want you to feel happy and safe. I want you to feel alive and well. And even if I'm exerting myself too much, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, I won't overdo it too much if you would prefer I not. Words and promises matter more than anything else. And a man who can't keep his promise means little to anyone. It's exactly as you think. I'm just a guy at the end of the day, lonely like any other, missing from my own feelings, and I would like to go out with you. Would you be my love? Don't feel pressured or anything. Even if you say no, it's okay. I wouldn't think lesser of you, and... Am I to take that kiss on my beak as... Yes? I never expected things would go my way. That you'd want to. I'm speechless. Even if I wanted to say something now, I think it would stop midway through my throat. So all I can do is this. It may not be a kiss, but perhaps a bite on that sweet neck of yours from my beak will make you feel somewhat loved. I'm fine. Just a bit flustered, flabbergasted, and otherwise, because it's you. I never expected this at all, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't at all. What did you expect? I had nothing but walls built up. And when they come crashing down at the end of the day, I'm just someone scared. Scared of feeling and scared of being. Scared of love, but wanting it still. Something tells me you're a kindred spirit in that way. You fear what you've never tried or never had. You thought you had it, but you lost it, didn't you? You're just like me. Just like me. I'm glad, even though fate can be cruel this way. At least these red strings led us into each other's arms. Your skin. It's quite tasty, if I had to say so myself. Don't mind if I do. As long as you enjoy, of course, that I partake in this small makeout session. You're awfully delicate like this. My feather. Just look at you. I want to feel you. Your heart beating against mine. I want us to be able to feel the ecstasy reverberating like it never has before. I want more than ever. My greed might be more than what I'm worth, but I still must try to be selfish just this once. wish to take everything for my own. Just relax. You can leave everything to me. I will spoil you this time. There's a limitation for how much I can handle, but even still, I wish to push my boundaries that much more. I can put this beak to good use. Now, why don't you stand still and leave the agony and the wonderful ecstasy to me and my love of you, our love together. And that's one thing. No matter what, I'm glad my tongue at least functions like normal. Relax, Feather. You needn't worry about this. Look at me. When you look into my eyes, do you see a man who truly wants you? You should know more than anyone how you make me feel. I've got it bad for you. But you must have known that already. Just focus on me then. You really don't know when to stop. Taking control just like that. You... How does the saying go? Falling in love is just one motion away. Just be mine already. I'll be yours. Why would I say no? I want you just as bad. You really know how to get me back. Is this what we're... carnal like animals? So that's how it's gonna be. Maybe I'm no different than you. I've always wanted someone to care about me. I've always wanted to be weak, but I've never had the opportunity to. You give me that feeling, that life. You make me feel like I'm valid, like I have a chance at being something more than just what I need to be. I have wants, but I can never look at them. I have needs, but they will never be ones that I can fully meet. Not alone. I never wanted to admit this, but even with Dark Shadow, I still feel alone sometimes. These are words from my heart, but I shudder to think how weak I must sound. It's pitiful, but yeah, kissing me again on the beak, it makes me want to melt. Am I allowed to? Is this really something I have a right to do? To be this happy in this moment when to have you against me. You right by my side. I wish I could kiss you more than anything right now. I want to learn how to, but I'll find a way. I'll be the man of your dreams. And maybe I'm caught in delusion. But even if I am, I can't exactly back down when I have a chance at being happy with you. You might be the first person who's really understood me at this level since the beginning. And I've been stuck with myself. I used to look more normal, but gradually things changed. I never got a chance to be one of the normal ones. I tried to celebrate my differences, and I was successful to a certain extent, but it wasn't easy, and I'm just glad to have one person who does accept me. I'm more than happy. All of this, everything, I feel like it's almost too much for me. Too lucky. I guess deserving is something of the past. I guess I'll just have to accept it if you say you like me, let alone if you say you love me. I enjoy the subtle sensation of your lips against my beak. I just crave a connection with you. I crave to make you feel loved, to make you feel safe. Won't you let me? Is it too much to ask? I hope not. If it was, then you'd need to say it now, before I'm too far in love with you that I wouldn't know what to do. At this point, I'm fallen down, and I'm afraid the only way up is to hold you in my arms. I'll just give a hug. That's so much better than any other hug, that you can't help but have more feelings for me than even someone who could kiss you. I won't let myself lose to them. Do you hear me? I'm Tokoyami Fumikage, and I won't lose to anyone when it comes to you. I won't allow it. It's just words and lip service. Actions matter more, and I'll prove to you every single day that I'm worth your time more than the others, more than anyone. That maybe this selfish streak isn't going away anytime soon.